Hello, Guard here. Today I'm going to be working on installing a Picatinny rail on my H&K MP5-22. I could have bought a factory one that would have cost $100, but being that I'm kind of cheap and frugal and don't want to spend that much money on a scope mount for a 22 rifle that I have, that's just a knock around, I went ahead and bought an airsoft model off of eBay. I paid $9 for this, including free shipping, and had to wait about a week. But when I went to mount it, there's a little spot in here. You can see that little shiny spot is. That's where it's not deep enough to cover the mount on the H&K. It has a mount set up where this little piece right here, let me zoom in on that, this piece right here, it goes up inside the mount here and it keeps it from moving forward and aft. But when I go to mount it, oh, by the way, this rifle is empty. The mag's out, and the bolts to the rear, and the chamber's empty. You always work on an empty gun, verify it's empty. Common sense. But like I said, when I went to mount this, the mount it doesn't lay flat. You can kind of see it's a little high on the left side, and if you look down the barrel, you can see that it's just not, it doesn't lay flat. So I got a Dremel tool and I'm going to cut out this little notched area right here where it's kind of silver, where it's actually rubbed on the gun when I tried to install it. So I'm going to take my Dremel and we're going to grind that out. Oh, by the way, the bit I used was a high-speed cutter. I have about two of these. It's the model 194, and basically it's just a little cutting tool. It cuts on the sides or on the top edge, and that's what I used it with. Kind of like a plunge, where I cut it in this way and went back and forth. And what I did was I lowered this groove in here. I lowered it quite a bit. It was kind of high, and I cut it down. I tried it to fit a couple times, and now it works good. All I have to do is put the screws on here, and I'll mount this, and we'll see what it looks like at that point. So let me put the So I've got the mount mounted in a vise here. And it'd be best to really do this on a machine, like a milling machine or something, but I don't have that. So I'm just going to take this Dremel and try to cut this out some. Okay, my wife's here. She's going to help me film this, so there we go. And you don't want to over tighten it because it is just an aluminum mount. But you do want to make it sure that it's going to stay on without stripping them out. Okay, there we go. There's the mount mounted. You can look down the top. Can you sight down there for me? And you can see that it's no longer canted to the right. It's fairly straight now. So there's what the mount looks like on the rifle. And for the time being, I just have this old Seymour sight that I've had for the longest time. This thing's been on many rifles and pistols that I've owned. It's just been a really good old sight. It was on a race pistol I had, a Glock race gun, and back then when I did that, I had a pretty colorful Glock, and I bought a red Seymour. Looking back, I probably should have bought a black one, but at the time the red seemed like a fun color for a race gun. I had some other colorful items on that pistol. But here we go. This is so now when I go to shoot this thing, I can actually get a sight picture. Whereas before I had to fight to try to get the sights, and I couldn't get the sights to line up. I could get my head there and focus the glasses and all that. But with the Seymour, it's just a red dot, and you can use both eyes, and you can just hold it out in front of you. You can see it; it's there. So that's the new scope mount for the MP5-22 by H&K. Hope you all enjoy. If you need a scope mount like that, if you got any questions, just send me a question and I'll see if I can answer it for you. Y'all have a good day. Take care.